Obesity is the new pandemic. In 7 years from now, 1.5 billion people on our planet will be obese. And it's not a question of appearance and how they feel. Obesity comes with diabetes, myocardial infarction, hypertension, and cancer. Every year, more than 400,000 people die in the United States because of obesity. Why do people that are obese eat so much, even if they know they shouldn't? It's because they are feeling all day long, I'm hungry. And one of the reasons is because they have a disturbed regulation of their hungry and satiety feeling. And it comes from the vagus nerve you see here. So the stomach signals all the time to the brain, you should eat, you're hungry. Sometimes I have the same feeling after a long working day when I come home, open the fridge, and I'm hungry. Then I eat as much as I can. And that's the vagus nerve that tells the brain. And that's how we attacked the problem. So you see the vagus nerve is on the outside of the stomach wall. And with our catheter, we're gonna freeze the vagus nerve. We're gonna ablate the vagus nerve. So actually, we've developed a very simple cryocatheter, that long. It will be inserted through the mouth, through the esophagus, into the stomach, position it, and inflate it with a gas that cools down the stomach. And within 3 minutes, the vagus nerve sees a temperature of minus 22 degrees and will be ablated. That's the Sedivention cryocatheter. Afterwards, it will be retrieved, and the whole procedure takes about 20 minutes. It's like going to the dentist or doing a gastroscopy. Cryoablation is safe. It's done daily in the large hospitals for the treatment of AFib in the heart, and it really works very well. And it's also done in treatment of other organs. What treatment options do obese people have these days? There are mainly two. One of them is taking drugs. So the drugs, they are in the press now, the semaglutide, the Elon Musk and Kardashian drugs. They inject every week their drug into they inject it every week once. They lose weight, about 15 kilograms per year, but it's a lifelong therapy. They have to be strictly compliant when taking the drug, otherwise they gain weight again. They're mostly digestive disorders as side effects, and currently the EMA is investigating suicide and thyroid cancer rates. Costs are $13,000 a year. Bariatric surgery is very effective. Patients lose weight, up to 35 kilograms a year, but a lot, they don't want to do it because it's really irreversible treatment. Complication of surgery and the risk of surgery are included. About 20% of the patients, they have lifelong side effects. Cost $15,000 to $23,000. There is another treatment, it's called gastric balloons. They swallow a balloon, the patients. It stays there for 6 months. It's an implant and has to be withdrawn after 6 months because of the acid in the stomach. Afterwards, they see the yo-yo effect. Our treatment with the cryocatheter is different. It's easily done, as I already described. We expect that 15 kilograms per year can be reduced, or within a year. It's one time, it's minimally invasive, and it's no implant. We expect minor side effects like nausea and delayed gastric emptying. The cost will be around $8,000 for the whole procedure. What we do is called vagotomy, and that's not new. It's all done already when patients do bariatric surgery. Then the stomach will be reduced to the size of an orange, and the vagus nerve is cut as well. That's one of the reasons why patients are less hungry. They lose their hunger feeling. V-block, it's an implant that signal to the brain will be interrupted. It works. And studies are done with a needle, with a cryoneedle, where physicians insert from the back to the vagus nerve a needle and do cryoablation. This works very well in patients. But all these treatments are not scalable, and that's the problem. although all patients lose weight. One patient treated with the cryoneedle said, "I'm not the slave of my hunger feelings anymore." And that's important. I'm not the slave of the hunger feeling anymore. And that's how we want to help those patients. Our therapy is highly scalable. It's no implant, cost-effective, and gastroenterologists can do it. 9,500 in the United States. They do 7 million gastroscopies per year, so they know the patients. It's minimally invasive, office-based, no radiation. So how can we as a startup in the future help these 1.5 potential patients? We're going to develop the product, we run the clinical trials, we get the products approved in the markets. We are also able then to manufacture the product, at least for the first 100,000 units, and we will be responsible for the global marketing, that every patient gets the same message and the latest information about the treatment. We will not build a sales force. It would be too cost-intensive, but we will work with global sales partners we already have contact with. They have the distribution channel to the customers. It's a disposable product, and they have access to the hospitals. Marketing is very important in this area, not only for getting access to the customers, but also getting access to the patient. It's even better. Some patients, potential patients, already contacted us after they have heard about our treatment and wanted to try it out, be part of a study, but we only have a prototype now. So it works through obesity societies and social media. Our team is quite strong. I think it's really strong. So the physician, the founder of the company, he sees or she sees patients every week, potential patients that can be treated. Our colleague Stefan, myself, we have more than 28 years experience in the Medtech field, in multinational companies and in startups from the beginning to the exit. And we work with KOLs in Europe and in the United States. Professor Prologo in the middle, he's the person who made the treatment with the cryoneedle. He's a fan, he supports us and will support us in the United States once we are ready to go there. The IP situation is very robust. We have 3 international patents and 1 patent already granted in Germany and the United States. That's the prototype on the left-hand side. In the middle, from in vitro test, you see how the stomach of a pig is frozen. On the right-hand side, you see a cryoballoon after the acute animal trial, how it's positioned in the stomach. The journey we have ahead of us is pretty clear. It's a medical device. The next step is we are going to do the product development. Proof of concept is completed, successfully completed. We are seeking now in the seed round 2 million euro to get the product developed. First in human studies planned in year 3 in Europe. It's also a CE marking study based on the clinical results. We're going to run a global trial in the United States to get reimbursement and access to the US market. Potential exits we see after the first clinical trial and prior to the global market entry. So far, we financed the whole project by ourselves. We won some prize money. €500,000 was invested until now. We have a term sheet from the high-tech Gründerfonds after a letter of intent, and we submitted a 2 million non-dilutive grant in Germany. We won this year several awards, where we are very happy to have this one. And if you have questions about Sedivention, you'd like to get to know more about it, please contact me anytime. Thank you.